These two major diseases block closeness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We have people in our communities that smile in your face, but inside there's that hatred. Anas ibn Malik radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he reports that once when they were sitting with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that he said, يَطْلَعُ عَلَيْكُمُ الْآنِ رَجُلٌ مِّنْ أَهْلِ الْجَنَّةِ. He said that a person from the people of paradise is going to appear right now. Anas reports that a man from the Ansar appeared with his beard dripping, having made wudu, and he was holding his sandals in his left hand. And that was it. The next day, the Prophet ﷺ said the exact same thing, that a man from the people of paradise is going to appear right now. Same description. Same man comes out, beard wet, sandals in his left hand. Third day, same thing happens. Beard wet, sandals in his left hand. One of the companions, Abdullah ibn Amr ibn al-As, he followed the man. And he said, you know, when some of us hear this, we think, oh, fun fact, that's interesting. Abdullah ibn Amr wants to get to the bottom of it. He wants to be that person. He wants to be from the people of paradise. So essentially, he goes to the man and says to him, can I stay with you? Let me come to your home and stay with you for a few nights. The man agrees. He stays in his house, and Abdullah ibn Amr radiallahu ta'ala anhu, he's observing this man, he's studying this man, and he's confused. He sees the man make some dhikr before Fajr, he prays Fajr, but he's not seeing anything mind-blowing, something phenomenal, something revolutionary. It's not like there's like a secret dua that this man is making. He gets frustrated. And then he asks the man, what is it? What's your secret? What do you have that is making you from the people of paradise? And the man says, مَا هُوَ إِلَّا مَا رَأَيْتَ. He says, it's exactly what you see. That's it. What you saw, physically, this is what I do. And then he says, غَيْرَ أَنِّي لَا أَجِدُ فِي نَفْسِي لِأَحَدٍ مِّنَ الْمُسْلِمِينَ غِشًّا وَلَا أَحْسُدُ أَحَدًا عَلَى خَيْرٍ أَعْطَاهُ اللَّهُ إِيَّهُ. He says, except one thing that I do is I don't have in my heart any deceit, any ill will towards any Muslim. Nor do I envy anyone for something Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given him or her. In other words, a clean heart. And then Abdullah says, هذه التي بلغت بك وهي التي لا نطيق. He says out of humility, he says, this is what brought you to your rank. This is what made you who you are. And this is what I find difficult. A clean heart. We learn from this hadith that Jannah isn't only for visible worship. The Sahabi was described as being from the people of paradise, but his actions were very simple. We learn here that closeness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not about what other people see only. It's more about what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sees in the hearts. We also learn that the heart, taking care of the heart, is rather the greatest shortcut to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the heart. We also understand the danger of underestimating quiet righteousness. We should never underestimate this. Abdullah almost belittled this man's deeds because they weren't dramatic. He wasn't sweating at night from the qiyam and his feet weren't hurting, and it wasn't all this crazy dramatic things. It was something he almost belittled. So this Ramadan, don't measure people only by the loud public deeds. As a matter of fact, don't judge anybody, right? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala values sincerity and consistency, and these are things that we can't see. We also learn that these two major diseases block closeness with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala: ill will and envy. Envy being resenting someone's blessings, wishing that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had never given them that blessing. And we understand that deceit and ill rancor pollutes the heart. We have people in our communities that smile in your face, but inside there's that hatred. So this Ramadan, make a plan for yourself to worship with the physical acts of worship that we always hear about, the qiyam, the prayers, the sadaqah, etc. But let's also work on our hearts this Ramadan. We often set goals, right? Every Ramadan. I'm going to pray all 30 days, Taraweeh in the masjid. I'm going to read X amount of pages from the Qur'an. We always set these goals. But we have to also set goals for our hearts. We have to set goals that we're going to remove envy and hatred for other Muslims from our hearts. This is a very important goal to set this Ramadan. So what you can do is a daily checklist. At night, either write it down or ask yourself, is there anyone I have hatred for in my heart? Is there anyone I'm envious of? That person you might feel envy towards, that person that you feel, why did they get this blessing? I should have got that blessing. I should have been given this child. I should have received this job or that, whatever it may be. Instead of having that feeling and thinking so much, make dua for that person. Pray for that person, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala puts barakah in that blessing. And it's very, very important to not let shaitan use this topic that we're discussing right now, this clean heart, against you. What do I mean by that? Somebody might say to themselves, I'm not going to pray Taraweeh. I heard a fantastic hadith about having a good heart. I'm just going to stay home all day and I'm going to clean my heart, right? I'm going to work on my spirituality and I'm not going to do any physical actions. Shaitan might come to you and have you do that. But what guarantee do you have that you're even going to get rid of those diseases of your heart in the first place? Something to think about. You want to diversify. You want to go to the masjid. You should pray the Taraweeh. You should give the charity and simultaneously work on purifying your spiritual state. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us all to enter Ramadan and in Ramadan and exit Ramadan with clean hearts, with no anger, no hatred, no ill will, no deceit, nor any envy towards any Muslim or any person. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala enable us all to do that and bless us all. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.